What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Gophers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. The Gophers put up quite a fight for the jug last year, but it was the Wolverines pulling out a close one.
And that's not a surprise. Michigan dominates this series, and they own the little brown jug. You might as well put Wolverines on it as much as they've won it. They need to make sure they set the tone early. Don't give Minnesota life. Show their dominance early in this football game.
You know, you had to wonder last year if a lot of those players at Michigan maybe weren't thinking about, you know, the rivalries with Penn State and Michigan State and obviously Ohio State at the end of the year. Minnesota is not a program you can overlook, though, because they are tough and they are scrappy, and they're coming for that little brown jug.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The Golden Gophers are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Wolverines offense will get the ball for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the catch, it's Moore. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get...
There he goes. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Guys, let's chat about Michigan. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. The RPO, it's complete. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire. Looking to the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moore. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get the first through the air. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Off play action. Got a man. It's Haynes. At the 45 on his way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Caught in the backfield. It's Moulton. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The run from the shotgun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They've come come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Extending the play. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Hester. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Morgan.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Grab near the marker, it's Morgan. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. If you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Leaves it with the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, great energy in that building and a fun first half for both Michigan and Minnesota with the little brown jug on the line. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Michigan plays out.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Catch and stride inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Got it in the middle. It's Creasecorn. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Using the quick game. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Valdez. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so bad.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug me.
And the Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Pulls and fired complete. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Might be changing the route. Just keeps slinging it. Steps away to find some room. Gets rid of it. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Dances away to buy time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they look oh so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented at Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to catch Michigan on a bad day. But that little brown jug is inching towards Michigan's sideline now.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Golden Gophers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Let's go. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here we go. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Michigan has long had defenses built on discipline, carrying out their assignment, and they have done that to perfection today.
Carry out your assignment, do what you're supposed to do, but do it with bad intentions. That's what I like. I like the physicality. They want to hit you in the mouth. Year after year, Michigan players leave and they go to the NFL, but the next group, disciplined, tough, physical. It's always staples of these defenses.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Never a doubt. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Red pass, it's complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines are on the move. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
With the catch, it's Hester. Oh, he's got some space. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Caught in the backfield, it's Morgan. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He makes a grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and
they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Valdez. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's second and long. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. And the defense, got him at the 27.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The kick is on its way. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Marsh. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. This trophy has been around forever, the oldest in the FBS, and for much of that time it has been controlled by Michigan. And once again, it is the Wolverines taking the little brown jug away from Minnesota. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.